hiring the right people, training them well, managing their performance. So benchmark is a process used by organization to compare their performance, practices and processes. So workforce reduction, how workforce reduction happens. Realignment is an organizational context, refers to the process of restructuring. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Abhilash from the Department of Commerce and Management in Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. Welcome to all the students for the 5th unit. It's all about human resource performance. Now when we go with human resource performance, please don't get confused with HRP, human resource planning. Human resource planning is different. Human resource performance is different. Welcome to the session 1. Now here in this session, we're going to learn something about the performance management as well as the performance. Now, why it is very, very important. So let's go with the introduction part of it. Now, human resource performance, that is about how well HR department do their jobs in organization. Now, I told you the entire first unit to the 4th unit, it's all about HRD, right? Now we need to evaluate how HRD is performing. So that's about this unit, human resource performance. Now here HR department, whenever they do something, right, is that performance is really in standard, or is it a benchmark, or what exactly they are supposed to do? So that we will understand. It's about managing people effectively to help the organization succeed. So it's all about human resource, right? So how well the HRD activity has gone and what are the standards which we have set, is those standards being achieved or not, whether there is efficiency as well as effectivity in the HR, that is human resource. Each and everything is estimated in human resource performance. So HR performance includes hiring the right people, training them well, managing their performance and making sure they are happy. See, this is very, very important. And engaged at work, that is employee engagement. So please do understand. Let's take an example of a person who just joined an organization, right? He has finished his graduation, probably BBA like you people, or the BCom like you people. So he has joined the MNC company. Now MNC company, what they do is, first thing, before joining, I'll take you to the interview phase. So they have multiple type of interviews, say from GD, that is group discussion, to the personal interview. Each and every segments they're gonna check, that is the skills the candidate has, the knowledge what he has secured, and is he dedicated to work, right? His mindset, how exactly his mindset is. So in each and every circumstances, the criteria they're gonna judge the person. Now interview is done. The last thing is negotiation round, that is how much they are expecting and how much the employer is ready to pay. So now the person who don't have any experience in the field of work is a fresher, because he just completed his graduation and he has entered to the last interview, that is the personal interview with negotiation round. Say that person who don't know anything about it, he says, sir, madam, I need 20,000 per month. Now the people who are the HR, they always want to minimize the salary. That is why they are being placed there, right? So that person says, see, 20,000 is a big amount, and for a fresher who don't have a master degree and no other type of extra skills which you have, so we gonna restrict your salary for 16,000. Now it is you who gonna fight for the money. So you should tell, so if you select me, if you take me, I'm gonna give you all these things. So it is not about how much the company is offering you. It is like how much you can give it back to the company. Now suppose you won that battle and they are ready to pay you 20,000 rupees. Now the first thing is what? That is hiring the right person. Now hiring is done. Now you don't know anything to do it, right? Now you finish with the negotiation and you got 20,000. The next minute you join the organization, it is mandate that you are supposed to go to the training procedure. Now training procedure in MNC company depends in a different way. Say Infosys, they do a different training. They take 6 months training or 3 months training or 9 months training. It depends on which post you have applied for, and then they go for it. Now in the training period, there are few companies who don't pay at all. There are few companies who pay partial. There are few companies who are gonna pay you half the salary, and there are few companies who are gonna pay you full salary. So it depends on the company to company. So there what happens is, now you are in the training period, so you will be judged, you will be taken care, plus they gonna monitor you each and every day. Now that doesn't mean that you're a permanent person for that organization. They can actually fire you while you are in the training itself. They feel that the person whom we hired is not the right person, they can fire you anytime. So now training is also done. After training is done, now managing their performance, right? You need to manage your performance. Now you need to give your best to the organization. Now you are doing it, right? When you are doing the best for the organization always appreciate you. They're gonna go with performance appraisal, they're gonna go with all compensation. But the main thing what they're gonna do is, they will keep you happy if you're working for them, right? So that's a very, very important. That's why human resource performance is very, very important. While you are performing, their main intention, when I say their main intention, it is the company's main intention, is to keep you happy, as well as they want to keep you engaged at work. You should not have any diversions, you should not think of second thoughts. So that's a very important thing in human resource performance. Next is the benchmark. See, benchmarks is a 2-mark question. You will definitely get what is benchmark. So I told you, right? Standard, benchmark, actual performance, all those, right? So benchmark is a process used by organization to compare their performance, practices and processes against industry standards or best practices. So if you just write this, you will be getting 2 marks. So that is called benchmark. Next is impact of globalization on HRD. This is a 15 marks question or a 10-mark question, right? So please understand this. The first thing is team diversity. In the team, there are too many diversity. Speaking the global language. Now, there are people who are from different places. They're going to come and they talk more of English, right? And people who are in India, right, they know English, but not the way the English is spoken by the other people, say in UK, how they speak. They speak very fast, right? There are people who don't understand what they are using. So that is what the major problem is. Global skills on demand, learning without borders. See, this is a very, very important of the globalization. That is, you will not discriminate anybody, and here you will learn beyond the borders. Same page but different countries. Leaders who lead anywhere. Next is finding top talent worldwide. Say any company, say you go with Deloitte, EY, PwC or anywhere. Say there people are like finding top talent worldwide. And India being a country where many of the CEOs, CFOs, CTOs, COO are actually from India in a foreign nation. Say example, if I tell you Microsoft. So the person who is leading Microsoft right now is an Indian. Take an example of Apple, Tim Cook, right? Now when you go with Apple, Tim Cook, though he's a native of America, but the people who are behind Tim Cook, they are the Indians who are actually supporting him too much. So that's the beauty of the impact of globalization on HRD. Next is impact of globalization on HRD, the continuity, where I told you 15 marks or 10 marks. So it is where you need to understand. Celebrating differences at work. staying ahead of the global curve, remote work revolution, global career path, performance management goes global, data makes HRD decisions smarter, following the rules everywhere, matter globally. So these are the things which you are supposed to go. These are the impacts of globalization on HRD. Next is diversity of workforce, right? So the first one, diversity, that is diversity of workforce refers to the inclusion of individuals from a wide range of backgrounds within an organization. So diversity of workforce encompasses demographic, cultural, cognitive and experiential dimension, reflecting the variety of backgrounds, perspective and talents that individuals bring to an organization. So here, if we go with it, I'll just go with the first one. See, team diversity is there, right? The same way here, if you come, diversity of workforce. Why it helps you? Because you have a lot of demographic, cultural, cognitive and experiential dimensions. Next is diversity of workforce, how all it implies. The first thing is the demographic diversity, cultural diversity, education and professional backgrounds, cognitive diversity, experiential diversity, and generational diversity. So these are the diversity which will be there in an organization. So workforce reduction, how workforce reduction happens? So it's a 2 marks question for you people, right? It's how many marks? 2 marks. So workforce reduction refers to deliberate reduction in the number of employees within an organization. This can occur for various reasons such as economic downturns, restructuring, mergers, acquisition, technological advancement or shifts in business priorities. See, workforce reduction in the sense in a company there were 300 employees. Now we have only 150 employees. So what happened to 150 people? That is workforce reduction. Why it happens? I've given examples like this. Economic downturn. Now you don't have money to pay salary for those people of 300. So then what happened? You reduced it to 150. Now you are able to at least give them. Restructuring, merger acquisition. I told you about in the last unit, SBI and SPM acquisition merger, such as Capgemini had a thing with one more, that is Global Edge. Now they have acquisition, they have done an acquisition, and now people who were in Global Edge, now they are into Capgemini. So here, these are the things what happened. Many people from Global Edge, they left. The reason, again, workforce reduction. You go with anything after COVID, what really happened is the workforce reduction happened. Say Amazon, they have reduced 1 lakh employees. Say Reliance, they have reduced 40 to 50,000 employees. Infosys, 80,000 employees. Now why? Because of some problem in the ecosystem. Some problem of ecosystem. So here, technological advancement or shifts of business priority is also one of the problem of workforce reduction. Next is methods of workforce reduction. What are the methods? The first thing is layoff. You will like, okay, you're not supposed to come. It's done. Voluntary separation programs. Now, voluntary, you will ask the employees to go. Natural attritions. Legal and ethical consideration. Anybody who is not ethical, again, legal actions will be taken. Communication and employee support. Impact on organization culture, long-term planning and rebuilding and recovery. So these are the methods of workforce reduction. Next thing is realignment. Now again, realignment. See, alignment is there. Again, realignment. What exactly it is? Realignment is an organizational context, refers to the process of restructuring or adjusting various aspects of business to better align with strategic goals, markets, conditions, or changing priority. It typically involves organization that is reorganizing resources, process, roles, and sometimes entire department or functions. It is again a 2 marks question. It's a 2 marks question. Please do understand. Realignment, everything, you will do it again and again. Reason for realignment, there are three: strategical focus, operational efficiency, and adaptation to changes. These are the three things. If they can say give any two realignment thing, instead of three, you can write two. The next one we have is retention. Again, retaining the employees are called retention. Now, again, this is for 2 marks. They can ask you, because this chapter you don't have a 15 marks. Actually, you might get it at 10 marks. So you might get two marks question. You can go with realignment, retention. So these are the two questions which you can expect. So what is retention? Retention in the context of human resource management refers to the efforts and strategy employed by organizations to retain their talented, see the word is what? Talented employees and reduce turnover. It focuses on creating an environment where employees are motivated to stay in the organization for an extended period. That is called retention. So here, importance of retention. Why retention is very important? First thing is cost effectiveness, because your employee knows everything about the organization. You don't need to give more training. Preservation of knowledge and expertise, maintaining productivity, positive work culture, customer satisfaction and loyalty, reduced training time and improved skill development, innovation and continual improvement. So these are the importance of retention. So when we understand this retention, you should also know about this HRD program for diverse employees. First thing is diversity training and workshop. Give them more. Mentorship and coaching program, cultural competency training, employee resource group, leadership development program. See, all these 5 or 4, if you go with us, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? We have done this in the second, third, and fourth unit. So please go back to those units, understand why it is very, very important. The leadership development program, HRD aims mainly for that. That is, you need to grow individually with the team. So that is where the leadership program comes in the context. Next is here, when we go with the next one, that is HRD program for diverse employees, the same continuity, flexible work arrangement, cross-culture team building, language and communication skill development, career development workshops, and wellness and inclusive initiatives. So these are the topics which you are supposed to understand. And any doubt regarding this entire session, please do call us. We are always there to help you. Thank you so much. I'll see you when I see you. Thank you.